A rocket to the moon, I think. It's like
Yeah,
NASA.
I think so too.
All right, so this is Lou, not Andrea, even though my Andrea's GoToWebinar. And we're going to talk about YouTube branding today, and Denise is with me, who's also with Social Media Biz School. So thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Looking forward to hearing what you have to say, Lou. And just to remind you all, you're at Social Media Biz School, just in case you weren't sure what you were logged into.
I know, I need that reminder myself today because I'm doing coaching sessions this week, and I've done 5 calls already today, so my head is spinning.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, you're at Social Media Biz School, and you're going to be teaching YouTube branding, Lou.
Oh, good. I know that. I can teach.
Okay.
All right. Well, it's the top of the hour, so I think we'll just jump right in. And Denise, please feel free to stop me anytime and ask questions or pop in or add your 2 cents. And otherwise, I'll just kind of run through, and we'll get to some questions at the end.
Okay. Sounds good.
Cool. All right. So we're going to talk about YouTube branding. Good old YouTube. Using YouTube as a branding tool. And couple of things, let me see, yep, that's the right slide. I just created this the other day. So when you think about branding with YouTube, you might think, like, how can you do branding on YouTube? There's 80 gazillion videos on there. But really, when you think about it strategically, if you think of every video that you upload as sort of one different brick in the wall, one building block of your online brand, you'll start to see that, especially as you start to put more video on YouTube, you really can use it as a branding tool. But with that in mind, the content that you upload to YouTube should be consistent with your overall brand. So, which is a little bit tricky, because if you've got your niece's, birthday party up with your business video, it can get a little tricky. But I'll show you a few ways around that and some ways to organize that material. The other thing that you might want to think about is, post those birthday and pet videos on a different account. So you might think about having a YouTube business account and a YouTube personal account, or otherwise you can use the privacy settings to limit the sharing so that not everybody sees that spring break video that you don't want the rest of the world to see. So, I mean, I still am shocked because some people say, oh, I saw this such and such video. I'm like, oh, my God, I didn't even know that was still there. That's from 4 years ago. So you do have to keep an eye on what you've got posted on YouTube.
So does that mean you can delete videos?
Yes, you can delete videos,
them.
and I have deleted many videos.
Okay, excellent. Good to know.
And I think I have a screenshot of that coming up.
Okay,
but
great.
The thing to keep in mind about YouTube, especially when it comes to branding, is that YouTube is being used as a search engine. So the more you can post relevant content, the better chance you'll have of being found. And with that being said, how-to videos are always popular on YouTube. And then the one thing I say, technically you can't upload commercial or promotional videos to YouTube unless you're, sort of a paying client. But in one, sense, all the videos that we post are promotional, but do remember to try and serve before you sell. So especially if you're doing how-to videos or educational videos, try and provide value and good content, and don't just be pitching all the time. First of all, just because it's not that cool, and second of all, because if YouTube does deem your video as too promotional or commercial, they'll yank it, or they'll say, if you want this kind of video on here, you're going to have to pay for it. So, nothing like getting right into the content. But you may have noticed that in the last few months, YouTube is new. It looks different. It's got a different interface. It's probably changed in the last 10 minutes since I put these slides up, because it does change constantly. But it does have an overall new look. And I wanted, before we kind of get into the branding, just do a little bit of a couple of screenshots of what YouTube looks like these days and some of the changes and how you can take advantage of those and how you can use them for branding. So for the most part, the basic usability is the same, but you'll notice there are a lot of new features. Like you can now, when you upload your video, you can do what they call enhancements, and you can change the color and contrast settings. I'm not really sure why you'd want to do that, but maybe you shot a video that the color wasn't very good or it wasn't very vibrant, you can actually go in now and adjust the color settings on YouTube and make your videos look a little bit more vibrant or colorful. You can also, you'll notice that it's got a lot more features, one of the ones that I just showed you. It's really kind of full of surprises. You'll find some features there that you might not expect to find on YouTube, and I'll show you what some of those are. It has gotten more social media friendly, especially with Google+, since Google owns YouTube. And it is somewhat easier to navigate. The whole idea of the recent YouTube changes have been to try and organize the, I hate to call it a glut of video, but it really is an enormous amount of video on YouTube, and they're trying to make it more user-friendly and more like a destination than just a place to kind of put all your videos. There are also a lot more options as a user. So as somebody uploading video, there's a lot more that you can do with that, and we'll look at a few of the things. There's what they call a video manager now, where you can create and organize your videos into playlists. There's an editor so that you can actually edit your videos right on YouTube. So if you are shooting a video with a flip camera and you reach to the camera to begin the video or end the video, and you want to chop off that little beginning and the end, you can do that right on YouTube. They have the enhancements feature, which I showed you a little bit about at the beginning. And annotations and captions are still there. You can use these. I'll show you a couple screenshots to add captions to your videos and to put notes within your videos. The other thing that's different and really a lot better, I think, is the analytics that YouTube gives you now. It used to be called, I can't remember what it was called, but they gave you some stats and they'd tell you a few things here and there, but now they have pretty rich analytics so that you can really learn more about who's watching your video. And they even have something called creator tools, so that, and these change from time to time, but you can go in and find different sites and complementary sites that you can use to create your videos. So you'll notice it may look a little bit confusing at first, but the upload button is still, top right side of the page where it's always been. You'll notice the big middle column is typically your subscriptions or the other video channels that you subscribe to. And then on the far right side, YouTube gives you some suggested videos that they think you might want to watch based on your viewing history, which is great, except when your 13-year-old daughter is on your YouTube account and watches a whole bunch of Big Time Rush boy band videos, and then your suggestions come up as Big Time Rush boy videos. So we've gotten our teenage daughter her own YouTube account now so she can have her own stuff. I noticed one day, I'm like, why are all these boy bands on my YouTube page? And that's why.
See, I find it's a little cluttered and overwhelming because, when I go on there, I'm not necessarily looking for other stuff. I'm looking for something specific. So I sometimes feel like, what is all this stuff that they want me to look at?
It is. They give you a ton of stuff. I mean, they're trying to organize it, but at the same time, they're sort of, hey, here's 10 videos we think you should watch. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm just looking for one. So
exactly. Yeah.
You do have to navigate your way around a little bit. But you'll find on the left-hand column is kind of where your stuff is, where your channels are, and that's where you can find your videos. And if you click something on the upper left column, like My Channel, you'll go to Your Video Channel. If you click on Videos, you'll go to Your Videos. So you can, find the stuff and find your way around and kind of make it your own once you're in there and once you're kind of moving around a little bit. So I'm still trying to figure out why I have all these Chris Brown videos and Lil Wayne. I think it must be, maybe my son's on here too, I don't know. Best hockey fight ever. There's another one that's
okay.
There. So again, if you click the video, the little video thing that they cleverly hide on the left-hand side, you'll notice that then your videos come up in that middle column so that you can go through your videos and see, okay, what am I looking for today and how can I find it? As far as uploading, that's still pretty easy. In fact, you can now drag and drop videos from your hard drive to this big section where the upload arrow is and upload your videos that way. You can still record videos from your webcam. Some people don't realize that you can record straight from your webcam to YouTube. So you still got that option. And another thing that YouTube does that I think everyone should take advantage of, especially in Social Media Biz School, is to connect your social media accounts. You only have to do this once, but if you connect your Facebook account and your Twitter account and other accounts, it'll be much easier to share your videos once you upload them to YouTube. So go into YouTube, down in the bottom where the upload section is, you'll see activity sharing, and that's where you can connect your Facebook accounts and other accounts so that you can make the sharing that much easier. And again, as far as uploading videos, it's still kind of front and center. Usually a big sidebar will come down on the top. I guess it's not a sidebar if it's on the top, showing your videos and your playlists, which I'll talk a little bit more about. But YouTube now also kind of organizes videos into playlists that you can create. So if I have maybe a playlist for client videos and then a different playlist for funny videos, it just makes it easier for you and your visitors to find your videos when you organize them that way.
I think it's easier to promote them too. I've been using playlists for a long time, so I'll have a playlist on videos about blogging, videos about visibility, testimonials that people have given to me, so they're not all mixed up, but it's easier.
Yep.
If I just want to share a playlist of blogging videos, I can easily do that without mixing them all up. And so I think that's a really good tip to make sure you organize your videos, and it won't take long. It finds a playlist that really express your brand and the kind of content that you're sharing, and then take a few minutes and assign each video that you've produced already to that specific one or more playlist, because they can go into multiple playlists.
Yeah, which is great, and it really does make it, for your viewers at least, easier to track down what they may be looking for. And from a branding standpoint, okay, I can put, when I do my crazy characters, I can put all those videos in one place. Whereas if I'm doing just a straight tips series, I may have a category just for video tips, and I can put those videos there. So you can sort your videos with the Video Manager. You can, when you see all your videos here as a list, they've got a new little thing on the right-hand column that gives you a quick look, and that will tell you basically how many views you have and how many likes you have. So you can kind of get a quick overview of how your videos are performing. And this is helpful, especially when you start to get to the point where you are uploading a lot of videos or you have a lot of content on your channel, like Denise and I. It really helps you to get a sense of, all right, what is there, what's getting the views. I can go in, I can edit these videos. Denise, at the beginning you mentioned something about, what if you want to delete a video? This is where you can do that, because you can pull up a list of your videos and then, check one off and then go under the Actions tab. I wonder if my little marker thing works here. Maybe not. And then under the Actions, one of the actions you can choose is delete. So you have the option of getting rid of a video that you may not want there anymore.
Do you have any advice about when a video should be deleted?
It's funny because I had done some sketch comedy videos a long time back, and one of the women who was in the video, she called me and said, I'm going for a job interview tomorrow, and I was wondering if you could delete that video. But yeah, I mean, it may be just because, but from a more practical standpoint, maybe I did a video about YouTube a year and a half ago, and YouTube has changed so drastically since then that I want to get rid of that video and replace it with a newer one. So that's one case where you might want to delete a video. So you just check off the video that you want to delete and click delete. You can also change a video from public to private or vice versa. And it's just a nice way to, at least, because people will say a lot of times, oh, there's a video on YouTube, I don't want it there anymore. You can't delete somebody else's video, but you can delete any videos that you may have uploaded. Or if I did, like I was doing video bunch sessions, and the first week they were public and anybody could watch them, and then after that they were private and you had to buy them. So that's when I just had to change them from public to private.
Okay, now what about if you delete a video, do you know how that affects kind of your rankings in YouTube? Because that's always based on, a lot of that, the popularity is based on views and likes and comments and all that. And if you have a lot of views on one but it's outdated, is that still
Yeah,
wants
I
to
think
delete it?
that's the double-edged sword. I believe when you delete that video, you obviously delete the views that go with it, and I don't know how that affects, obviously it all plays into your rankings, which is why, sometimes you look back and say, well, that video is kind of outdated, but it does have, 500
Yeah.
views, and I don't want to lose them.
Right,
So,
right. Okay, thank you for that.
So, and then one other quick tip before we get to more branding stuff, just in terms of uploading your video, because these are, pretty common questions that come up from time to time. There's the three main sections when you upload your video. There's the title, which you want to be, descriptive and have keywords in it. There's the description itself, which also, should be descriptive and have keywords in it. And we all know now that we want to start that description with the full URL of the website that we want to lead people to. I've even seen people who are taking entire video transcripts and putting the text transcript in the description.
Really?
Yeah. And I've seen, I think I about that recently, and I think it's just because, it's basically where you get those keywords in there, and I don't know, again, how it affects the rankings or whatever, but I know YouTube gives you plenty of space for a description, so even if you decide to put the whole transcript there, you can get away with it. And then obviously the tags is just the keywords once again. Unfortunately, YouTube only gives you 3 video thumbnails to choose from. And when it's a talking head video, it's usually the ones that have your eyes closed and your mouth open and, you look silly. But you do have a choice. I mean, you can take the lesser of 3 evils as far as the thumbnail goes. And, don't discount the importance of that, because there are times when people will judge whether or not they watch a video by the thumbnail, because that's what's going to show up in Google search results. So that's that. A few more things about the enhancements, as we talked about. These new enhancements section that you can see up here in the upper right allows you to change the video. They've even now got something called stabilize. So if somebody with a shaky hand was shooting the video, you can bring it in here and stabilize it. I don't know exactly how much it stabilizes it, but I suppose it does something to it. So, interesting little feature that they added. They let you add special effects to your videos. Now, again, I don't know exactly why you'd want to do this, but perhaps you created a video and you want to give it a cartoony look or a 1960s look or whatever you may want to do. But you can really change the whole look of your video just by changing the effects that YouTube allows you to change. That's kind of fun. And you can now add audio tracks to your videos.
No way. Oh, wow.
Finally.
It's hard to keep up with YouTube, isn't it?
I know. It changes constantly, and a week from now it may change again. But now that I found my highlighter, I'm just going highlight crazy. But the nice thing about that is you can add music to the background of your video that you won't get in trouble for using because YouTube is giving it to you. The downside of that is that if you've got a vocal track or a voice track already there, this will override it. So you don't want to use this on videos where you're talking. I think this might be useful if you're doing a photo montage or if you're doing some kind of video like this one that was a promo for the Social Media Biz School that just had music in the background.
Can you upload your own audio track?
I believe so, but you have to upload. It has to be something that, let me see, I'm just trying to remember here because I did this a few weeks ago. Obviously, it has to be something that you have permission to use. It can't just be, the new Coldplay song or anything like that.
Right, right. I'm thinking if you record your own audio.
Yep. Okay. Again, as we've talked about, the share button here is very important when it comes to spreading your video. If you've connected your account with Facebook and Twitter, you can share with that just one click. So I'll usually upload a video to YouTube and then just click this and it will go to Facebook, and click this and it will go to Twitter, and I can +1 it. And if we're really daring, we could have a Google Hangout and watch a video or even start a Google Hangout from YouTube. So if I wanted to, show my friend, hey, did you see that skit on Saturday Night Live? Let me pull it up on YouTube. We could kind of watch it together. So interesting possibilities there. And last but not least, captions and annotations. I always say that, every video that you create has to have a clear call to action. In many cases with videos, that may be to direct them back to your website. So not only should you say the call to action, but you want to show the call to action. And one of the easy ways to do that after you've created your video is to just go in and add an annotation, or just add your website link, and you can overlay that right over the video. And I would put that on the top part of the video, because on the bottom part of the video there may be an ad here that would block it. So you don't want your URL blocked by a YouTube ad.
And you don't have control over that, right, the ad?
No, you don't.
Okay. Good tip.
Mm-hmm. So put your URL there at the end just to emphasize the fact, or whatever your call to action may be, but in a lot of cases it may just be to lead them back to your website. And then the analytics have gotten a lot richer now. They really show you a lot of what's happening with your video, traffic sources, audience retention. Usually research makes my head hurt, but they really do have a great amount of information here. And you can glean a lot of information about where the traffic for your videos is coming from, and who's watching your video, how long they're watching, all that good kind of stuff. And YouTube also has an onboard editor now, so you can actually, stitch a bunch of your videos together, or you can edit an individual video. You can add text. You can shorten the beginning of it, chop off the beginning or the end. So it's fairly basic, but it is a way to edit your video when it's on YouTube. So, if you don't have an editor, if you don't have iMovie or Windows Movie Maker or something, you can actually go ahead and edit that video right within YouTube. If for some reason I wanted to put a bunch of my videos together, this is, YouTube's going to show you all those videos here, so you can either pick the one that you want to edit, or you can say, okay, I want to put all these videos together, and you can do that, string them all together, and even add little transitions in between them here.
And that creates a new video.
That's right.
Wow.
That's a whole new video.
So you could put a series of tips together.
Yeah,
something
so if
like
I decided, okay, here's a video tip that I did on Tuesday, and here's a video tip I did last month, I could select those and put them together and then have a whole series of tips in a new video.
Seems like what they're doing, a lot of these features have been available in various other video tools, like Animoto. You can do the pictures with the audio, and for example, on the flip cam, you could mash up a couple of different videos together. So it looks like YouTube's kind of putting the best of all these other tools together into their tool now, which is about time. So that's great.
Yeah, and it's a way, I'm sure from YouTube's standpoint, it's just another way to keep people on the site longer. Or, now they don't have to leave to go to another site to do that.
Exactly. Excellent.
So part of the editing that you can do is you can, move these sliders to trim the video to start at a different time. So you don't really have to know editing. You don't have to really learn any kind of software. It's all pretty intuitive. You can add text to your video just by adding a little text button here. So there's, you can do some pretty decent editing even just with the editor that they have there. Oh my gosh, there's still more. So transitions, music, the whole deal. They give you kind of some goofy transitions, but if you were doing a Valentine's Day video and you wanted all the transitions to come through hearts, you just do something like that. So I forgot that I had that slide in there. And the last thing that you want to do, especially from a branding standpoint, is to customize your channel. And you can do that by going to your channel and the settings, and you can change the background color. You can change the layout of the page. I think I have another one here that shows you that. So this is going to do a whole drop-down menu that says Edit My Channel, and you can edit the appearance of the channel. At the time, my website background was black, so I just made my YouTube background black. I have another one that I'll show you later. You can change your profile picture or your avatar. So it allows you to make your YouTube channel more consistent with the rest of your brand, or more consistent with your other websites. And then you can even decide, what kind of layout do I want when people come to my channel? Do I want one big video and a bunch of playlists? or do I want, one big video and a bunch of thumbnails? So you decide basically what works best for you in terms of the layout that you want to have. And a lot of folks don't go in here and go to this detail, but I think from a branding perspective, it really helps because, I go to a lot of YouTube channels, and there's an about this user, and there's either nothing or one line. It's like, this is a great place to put your bio and a great place to add information about yourself so that people can find out about you, and hopefully come back to your website as well. So I encourage you to fill out the information. My About Lou Bortone page even has my keyword video marketing in there, so you can go in and really start to customize it. You can see here again where your playlists come into play here, because I've got my video tips are all in one playlist and stuff like that. So you do have a lot of flexibility.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate, one thing that I constantly, like you, am emphasizing for clients and students is that when you set up an account on a new platform or tool like YouTube, take that extra 5-10 minutes to fill it out completely, all your profile and links and everything, because it's likely that even if you upload one video and never go back to YouTube, somebody's going to see it, and you want to make sure you have whatever information you have that's going to lead them back to your home base. So, if you need to do it, set up some kind of template that has all your links, bios in various key numbers of words, so a 140-character bio for Twitter, a 25-word bio, a 100-word bio, and just have that available so you can just copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. And when you're setting up new accounts, so that it's easy, it's complete, and then you can move on. It only takes a few minutes to do that, and it's really essential to your brand.
Yeah, I just have like a bio that I have on a text document, and I'll copy and paste it and come in here so I don't have to retype
exactly.
it. And then the other thing you can do is it's got date joined, which you can't change, so you can go back and find out if the supposed YouTube expert has been on YouTube for more than 3 months. So.
That's a good point.
Mine's too small to see, but I think it says 2005. So anyway, but yeah, it's just it really is a good opportunity to extend your branding beyond your website and have it include your YouTube page. So what I did recently, like this is what my website looks like now because I had it redone. So it's got this kind of maroon background and that kind of stuff. And then I just was able to take that same exact background and put it on my YouTube channel. So I didn't go crazy with customization. All I did was change the background, but that alone, kind of makes it match with my website. So you don't have to go crazy, but you do want to try and keep it consistent across all the different platforms. And then I had a couple of examples of who I think is really doing it right and really taking advantage of that real estate. And again, obviously some of this stuff is custom designed, but you can probably even go to Fiverr. I think there's folks that will do YouTube backgrounds for you on Fiverr.com, which is that $5 site where you get stuff for $5.
Mm-hmm.
And Marie Forleo does a really great job. She does excellent videos, and her YouTube site really reflects her brand, and it not only ties into her main website, but it really gives her a lot of personality, and you get a sense that she's fun and irreverent and that kind of stuff. And of course, our own Denise Wakeman does a fine job on YouTube branding your channel, because again, you're using your website colors and just pulling it in. Again, it doesn't have to be hugely complicated, but it should be branded so that when people land on this channel, they're going to know that it's Denise.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. So just a couple things to review as we kind of head towards the end here. Be sure to customize your YouTube channel. One of the main things about branding that's so easy to forget is that it really is the content and the message, because all of that content is going to make up your overall brand. So upload videos that are relevant to your target audience, and if you have to put your godchild's 3-year-old birthday, either keep that in a separate playlist or keep it private or keep it on a different channel so that all of the videos are relevant to your target audience. Be sure that you use consistent keywords in every video that you upload, so that, you know, the more videos that I upload that have video marketing in them, the better it's going to be. And then link your videos. I call this the Antion keyword trick, because I think I learned it from Tom Antion. And what he said once at a conference was a great way to link and tie all your videos together is to use a nonsense keyword, or kind of just a backwards word, or maybe your name backwards, something that's specific to you that you use in all of your videos and all the keywords. So, you know, in all my videos, I'll put Bortone backwards. You know, that's not a keyword that somebody else is going to put in there, but YouTube will find it as a keyword and link those videos together so that your videos all come up, you know, under the related videos, and it ties all your videos together.
That is an Antion keyword trick, because I learned that from him too. And what I do is I use Blog Squad as one word. So I put it as 2 words and I put it as 1 word, so that it's all, because nobody else, as far as I know, does it. Of course, now maybe people will start doing that. I don't know.
We'll have to do Blog Squad backwards or something. But it does help in terms of keeping your videos grouped together. That way, I noticed that, you know, when I pull up my videos, most of the related videos are my other videos. Every once in a while, there's something out of left field, but for the most part, it works really well. And then use your web address as a caption in the video. As much as I love YouTube, at the end of the day, I want the traffic back to my website. My little saying is there's no buy button on YouTube, at least no buy button that people can buy stuff from me. So I put the web address as a caption in the video, and then I always close with the call to action or a branding statement that is consistent with all of your videos. So you've almost got like a set close that you do, or a set, I mean, the call to action obviously can be different, but I like to have a consistent close, and it may be something as simple as, for more tips and tricks, visit www.loubortone.com. So it may be that simple. A couple of other...
sorry, go ahead. I'll let you finish. I'll ask later.
Okay. All right. So a few other branding things that you can do now that you couldn't necessarily do before. Use playlists to organize your videos. Add your video as a video response to similar highly viewed videos. So if you find a video that's got a lot of traffic that is similar to your niche. I was talking to a golf coach today, and they were saying, how can I get more views on YouTube? It's like, well, go find the golf videos that have tons of views. You know, maybe there's a Tiger Meltdown video or something, and you can usually post your video as a response to that video, so that if nothing else, there's a chance that when people see the video with a lot of views, they may also see your video. So it's kind of a coattail effect. You can't do it unless the video owner has allowed video responses, but in most cases they do, because you have to uncheck it to not do it. So if you want to kind of coattail on somebody else's more highly trafficked video, post your video as a video response. Obviously, you want to upload quality content. That's probably the biggest branding thing you can do, is just, you know, deliver good content. If you want to build community, you want to comment on other videos and subscribe to other people's videos so that they will subscribe to you. I've seen a lot of folks who really call attention to the subscribe button. I don't really do this. I probably should, but you know, they may have a big arrow pointing to their subscribe button, or hey, if you want to get more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And then just try and make your videos as shareable as possible, and the easiest ways to do that is to keep them short, provide relevant content, and share other people's videos, and perhaps they will share yours. So I'm sorry, Denise, I had interrupted you before, but I think you had a question.
No, that's okay. I was going to ask you about the you know, call to action to subscribe, because that's something that I've seen a lot of people do, and I do it on some of mine as well. Mm-hmm. And who did I see? I think Paul Culligan does mm-hmm. that a lot. And so I've started, I obviously don't use, or not obviously, but I don't use YouTube as much as a social network as probably mm-hmm. they would want me to. But I have started doing that, where I put the, what is it? I'm just trying to go to one to mm-hmm. see how, to talk about how it works right now, but you can actually make it clickable to subscribe.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So your subscribe button is here. Oh no, that means I'm subscribed to your channel. On your channel, I can't remember. Would it be in the same spot?
Yeah. It's when you are. Oops.
Yep. See, there's another one subscribed.
You can. Trying to see where I need to find a current one. I think because you can make it clickable with the annotations or the captions. No, not captions. Annotations. You can add a link, and but the only links you can add onto your video are other YouTube videos or the subscribe.
Yeah. So, but that's a good idea. I mean, you want to call attention to that button if you do want to build subscriptions. I don't know how Marie does it here. I don't know if that goes. I can't click this, but I don't know if that goes to subscribe.
No, that doesn't. But it's. Let me just. Can you go to take your browser to my my page?
I can try.
Okay.
Let me see now. Okay. Yep. Okay, this is when it gets crazy. I don't usually do live demos, but we will try. So you want me to go to denisewakeman.com?
No, to my YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. So it's
dlwakeman.com.
/
I just want to find one that's. Oops. Oops. I just want to find one that's recent.
Okay, here we go. Sorry, it's a little slow, but
just so we can show the class what how to do that.
Do you want me to go to a particular video or just the most recent one?
Let's go to how to set that one that you've got.
Okay.
Select the Audio Acrobat. And I think if you go to it, it will show.
Okay. I think when I'm running GoToWebinar and YouTube at the same time, it's a little slower.
Yeah.
So yeah, here's the subscribe button.
Okay, so there should be when that video comes up, there should be a subscribe to this.
Yeah.
Link.
Annotation.
Yeah. And that is actually linked directly to the subscribe page.
Okay.
Hi, this is Denise Wakeman.
Oops, there we go. So if I go further along in this video, that caption comes up?
It should.
Is it toward the end? Or?
I usually have it playing all the way through.
Okay. It's just running a little slowly.
So I think that little red.
This one?
Yeah, it says that there's something in there. It's got annotations.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's showing up though.
That's weird. Maybe it just hasn't. Maybe I need to give it time to
catch up.
Render. Yeah.
I can't remember. That's the last one I did. So.
Yeah, but then there's. I mean, I've seen other folks who really will just go to great lengths to call attention to their subscribe button too.
Yeah.
So big arrows and all kinds of things like that. So.
Okay, well, I don't want to take up any
okay.
more time, but I just wanted to show that you could actually add an annotation that when you clicked on it goes to the subscribe page.
Right. Yep. So, and again, Marie does it really effectively as well. So use those, use your channel to get subscriptions, drive traffic back to your site, and then ultimately you just want to, let me go full screen here again. You want to explore and experiment. YouTube is being used as a search engine. I mean, it's funny because I notice even I've gotten into the habit of, rather than just doing a Google search, I'll do a YouTube search because I usually want to watch a video on how to do something. So if I'm trying to figure out, how to install a WordPress plugin, I'll search for it on YouTube because I can find a video that's going to walk me through the whole process. So chances are your customers are already looking for you there. You want to be found there. And you want to take advantage of all the little bells and whistles that YouTube gives you to make those videos ultimately more watchable. So, hey, I think that's it. I think that's all we have for today on our YouTube branding.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
Well, no questions have come in, but if you do have questions when you're watching the replay, be sure to post them on the Facebook page, and I know Lou will be answering them.
Yep, I'll go back and visit.
Yep, there's some good tips there, and definitely follow Lou. Oh, free webinar. Woohoo!
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's my automated webinar. So, yep, more stuff at Video Marketing Advantage, the bit.ly link. But I'm always, we go to the Facebook page, we try and answer questions there, and there's plenty of info out there on this. So it's just take advantage of it, and don't think of YouTube as just a place to dump your videos. Think of it as an opportunity to do more branding and to build your online brand.
Okay, well, I think that'll wrap it up, and
cool.
We can say video on.
Yeah. Thank you, Denise, and thank you, everybody who's listening later on, and we'll see you next week.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Thank you.